let's talk about AllStar Weekend. Now, it's been almost a week now since AllStar Weekend. And we got to start going, you know what? We got to start going live for some of these events.
Yeah.
One of us, or if not both of us, we got to represent at me, bro, after some of these events, UFCs and all this different kind of stuff. But anyway, what was your take? How did you feel about AllStar Weekend?
Well, first of all, I'm glad that New York won the 3-point contest and the slam dunk contest. Shout outs to that.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Why does New York get to claim everything, even if it's not because I'm sitting up here thinking, like, did the Knicks win? Did the what? And you just gonna claim people from everywhere? Hamidou Diallo, because he's from New York, you're gonna claim that even though he plays in Oklahoma City? But if Dennis Smith would have won, you would have claimed that because he plays for the Knicks?
Yes.
Oh my God. This is sickening.
If hold on. If Derrick Rose wins Sixth Man of the Year, wouldn't you say, I'm glad a Chicago kid won Sixth Man after that comeback story?
No, I say I'm glad Derrick Rose won the Sixth Man. That's what I was saying.
Wouldn't he be from Chicago? Wouldn't he be a Chicago kid?
But no,
he probably put that award in the school in Chicago.
No, he wouldn't. Anyway, this is just disgusting. Just carry on, because I'm disgusted. You know how many times I've been disgusted in this show?
So, I thought. Okay, so here's the thing. I thought the All-Star game was okay. I would say I liked the peaks that we got from it. I mean that alley-oop to Giannis. Sometimes what I loved about this All-Star Weekend was every event had a peak that I could sit back and really appreciate. Mm-hmm. And I think sometimes people get too into wanting everything to be the best every time it happens. That's just not realistically going to happen.
No.
So, like, and this, I'll go on a little mini rant here. Like the slam dunk contest. Every time we have a bad slam dunk contest, people want to change the format.
Yes.
These are athletes doing things at like Olympic level athleticism. It's not always going to be, Usain Bolt.
You're not going to always break a world record. It's just what it is.
No, that's sports, right?
Yeah.
Sometimes you're like, oh, it wasn't good this year. The magic of it is when you get the Vince Carter, Zach LaVine stuff. That having been said, even though the overall slam dunk contest was a bad contest, as a person who appreciates the peaks, Hamidou Diallo jumping over Shaquille O'Neal was crazy. When he brought out Shaq, I thought there's no way he's jumping over Shaq. I thought maybe Shaq was going to throw him a lob or something. The fact that he, like, people talk about him, vaulting, he just touched his back. Mm-hmm. That's just a human reaction. As he didn't put his hand on top of Shaq's shoulder and change his trajectory at all. He just launched over the guy. And that was an amazing, and he did the honey
dip. Yeah.
That's crazy. Like, he legit combined 2 or 3 crazy feats into one dunk. And that was one of the greatest dunks of all time. And I think that's definitely one of the greatest dunks of all time. Like him just clearing, because if you look at it, he actually cleared Shaq by a bit, and did the honey dip, and did the Superman inside the OKC jersey afterwards with the music playing. And I don't think Shaq knew he had the Superman on, so the crowd was in on it, and Shaq didn't know. He had a little swagger with it, so I thought that was awesome, even though the rest of the contest was trash. Shout out to Kuzma in the rookie game. I don't tend to care about the rookie all-stars thing.
It sucks.
That's because they play absolutely no defense in that game, and I just don't care about it. But the last one that I enjoyed was the one with Kobe and AI. That was sick. That was a good game because they was showing off against each other, and AI threw the ball off Steve Nash's forehead. Never forget. if you caught AI on the sideline in one of the things, they was like, he was saying, we can't let Kobe come out here and kill us. He got too many points right now. They cared. Since then, I don't care about none of the game. But the 3-point I think 3-point contest is the most consistent event because it's the home run derby of the NBA. It just can't really be bad unless everybody's off and the shooters in the league are too good for that. Mm-hmm. And the fact that Steph was so good and he still lost made it a really, really fun contest to watch. All-Star game, honestly, outside of the Steph oop to Giannis, I didn't really care about the rest of the game, but that oop was crazy. Like, the ball went so high, it went out of the camera frame to cover the game. And we always hear that line about Wilt Chamberlain putting a quarter on the backboard, but in game, we saw a 14-foot alley-oop. That is bananas. Outside of that, it was an inconsistent All-Star weekend, but, you know, I enjoyed it. Truth be told, I watched more MMA than I did All-Star game for that reason.
Yeah. I agree with you about the dunk contest on several levels. I do think that people scramble, but I think you know what it is. It's just like the Super Bowl, right? Events like the dunk contest and the Super Bowl bring out casual fans. Same way as a big fight, Mayweather and Pacquiao, whatever. Yeah. And whenever you get casual fans, you get a bunch of hot takes from people that don't know what they're talking about.
Yeah.
That's just the facts. That's what happens. So you got a bunch of people who barely pay attention to basketball or don't know much about it. They're highlight people is what I call it. Mm-hmm. And if there's not, like you said, a bunch of dunks that are the greatest of all time, then it was a bad contest. Now, what I do think was horrible about the contest was the judging. I mean, I think everybody was like on some Bird Box.
When they was on some Bird Box. That 50, that was crazy. I thought they gave him that 50 because they knew if they didn't, that Diallo would phone it in.
I don't even think they thought that much. I think they just had a bad group of judges. To me, I mean, I don't know what Candace Parker and it was one other guy it was a guy on there. I can't remember which one it was, but they
don't want nobody judging that never did a windmill dunk. How about that?
I mean, you know what? I don't know if I'm gonna say that because, well, I guess he has too. I'm thinking about people who have given good takes before, and some of them haven't been great dunkers.
Well, like you said, a guy like Kenny Smith, he was a good dunker when he was younger.
Yeah, he was really good, really, and so was. But Charles Barkley, I used to like his takes on some of the dunks. He was like, man,
he was a good dunker too.
Yeah, he was a good dunker. He wasn't he was a game dunker. He wasn't a contest.
I'm not saying I will only accept Michael Jordan, Dr. J, and Dominique Wilkins. I'm just saying at least be a person who knows what it's like to perform a very difficult dunk. That's a fair criteria.
Yeah, I think so.
That's fair.
It's just, this judging was bad. The judging was bad, I felt. So, that was my problem there. I thought the three-point shootout was fantastic. I really have I have no anything to say about that. You didn't mention the skills competition, which I think is really cool.
I was about to mention that. I didn't get to it because we hopped on another point. And, you know what, I'm going to let you take it away, but let's just say Jason Tatum stealing that with a half-court shot is one of the best moments in skills competition.
Awesome.
I do like the skills competition. I think they need to keep tweaking it to make it a little more interesting of an obstacle course, make it a little more difficult.
I agree. I 100% agree. 100%.
But I like the idea. I like
maybe about 15 to 20 seconds longer.
Yeah.
I think would be, and like maybe one other thing that you have to do, one of the skill related thing you have to do.
You know what I would like? I'm gonna just throw this out there real quick. I would like it if when they went around the cones, if they had required dribbles. I would love to see one cone be behind the back, one be between the legs, one be crossover, one be spin. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that would be pretty cool.
Yeah, I would like that.
Yeah, that's something else. But also, Spencer Dinwiddie had a really good point. He was like, veterans don't care. They don't go hard, Mm-hmm. So I'm sitting here and I'm looking at the way Mike Conley went through the thing. I'm like, dude, well, why are you here?
Yeah.
Like, if you just go through it, like, why are you here? Right. Because I've always made the comparison. To me, the dunk contest is almost like the dunk contest is to an NBA star what stand-up comedy is to a comedian.
Mm-hmm.
It's like they do it when they're coming up, but once they get to a point where they think they're this guy, then they don't do it anymore because they feel like they've outgrown it. You know, there's some exceptions. There's some big time comedians that will still do stand up.
I honestly don't agree with that, but I understand what you mean.
I mean, there's a lot of
an entire 15 minutes of me beating you up about why that's wrong.
No, there's a lot of stand up.
Because you already heard about the Derrick Rose thing, so
I'm saying there's a lot of comedians who they won't, like Eddie Murphy, who said he wouldn't go back to stand up. Now he did decide later on, like 30 years later, to do it, but he wouldn't do it. He wouldn't go back to stand up.
Well, I'll just tell you this, because I'm a little bit closer to the entertainment industry because of my work. Comedians look at stand up as the ultimate display of chops. It is the bravest, most difficult thing you can do, and that's the difference with the stand. That's why when some guys say they don't want to do it anymore, they don't want to have to do it anymore. First of all, we weren't in the Netflix era where people are getting big old paychecks.
That's true.
Right?
That's true.
It was less money before. It wasn't the stand-up comedy itself. But I think you're right about the dunk contest part of it. And since we're a sports show, your point stands. It is something that you do early on, that you don't do late. It's almost like, and this is a colorful example, but it's like when actresses, when they're younger, and then all the movies where their clothes keep coming off. And then once they start making money, they in a pantsuit. You know what I mean? We ain't doing that no more. I ain't in your teen movie where you spray me with the whipped cream. That's over. You know what I mean? A little more like that.
Yeah, I don't know. I think I definitely see what you're saying in terms of like how the Netflix era has changed it. But I do remember hearing multiple comedians talk about not doing that anymore because they didn't have to. So that was kind of what I meant. Like,
yeah, but and it's more because of the touring and the money was bad.
Yeah, just different, but still, I think somewhat similar overall. But I thought like I don't like the rookie game. To be totally honest, I don't like the actual AllStar game. I haven't for a long. The last actual AllStar game that I liked was the one with when Mazique came back.
Oh man, I really, really, really like the one where not the last one Michael Jordan did. I think it was the second to last one Michael did. Oh, I love that All-Star game.
Is that the one where Vince Carter gave up his spot?
I don't no. I think maybe I'm thinking third to last. It's the one, I don't remember which one it was, but he blocked. It was this awesome moment where Shaq got blocked and Michael caught it from going out of bounds and assisted it back to Shaq, and he was like, right back at you, big fella. It was crazy.
I think I remember that. Was that?
Yeah.
I feels like that was in San Antonio.
I think in that one, it might have been like Sean Marion and Kevin Garnett and Kobe Bryant. So yeah, I enjoyed the AI one too. When they had that big comeback, because they were a smaller team. It was him and Marbury. That was a sick game. The All-Star game has become a little bit like the slam dunk contest. It's like when the talent is together and they're feeling competitive, we're going to get a good show. This one, I think the 3-point aspect of it has taken over the All-Star game too much, and it's too much of letting guys shoot threes. Because I think from a format standpoint, it's really fun to see teammates go against each other. Like Steph getting a 4-pointer on Clay and
that was cool.
Trashing him for 30 seconds later with a branching taunt animation.
Yeah.
I love seeing that kind of thing. And one thing I really want to see in this format, which I'm actually a little sad about the trade, I want to see Westbrook, Harden, and Durant on the floor for an extended period of time at the same time while they're all still in their primes. It's the only way we're going to see that. So that'll be really cool. But yeah, it's just about if the guys compete. If the guys compete, then it's really fun to watch. But when everybody's just letting everybody shoot and dunk, then it's whatever.
Yeah, it's a dunk contest. So yeah, well, that was I appreciated it. I appreciated it for what it was.